So I wanted to show you guys how to make and create your own pre-workout. I'm going to be using bulk supplements for today. I'm not advertising the company by any means, but I found that you can get pure supplements in bulk for really, really cheap, and that's kind of what I think is the most important, is getting the most bang for your buck. So I would like to show you what I've been doing, creating my own pre-workouts. Sometimes I use caffeine, sometimes I do not use caffeine. That's if I'm maybe working out at night, or if I'm working out in the morning, I'll probably want to add the caffeine into my regimen. So I'm going to be using this shaker bottle today, and you can mix and match with whatever ingredients that you want, but with my experience and what I've seen and what most pre-workouts have inside of them, today I would like to, for my example, use L-arginine or AAKG. Okay, I'm going to be using BetaAlanine. Alright, and then I'm going to be using Lcitrulline, which I find to work really, really well with the L-arginine. And then I'm just started using Creatine hydrochloride, which is supposed to have 59 times more solubility than monohydrate. Also microdosing, you don't have to worry about the water retention or bloating or anything like that. I found that the Creatine hydrochloride is supposed to be really, really good. But nothing against the monohydrate, it's just this is a brand new type of creatine, so that's what I'm mostly interested in. Alright, so let's see what we got here. I'm going to start with the L-arginine. It says to use about 1 teaspoon for a serving, and that would be about 2,600 milligrams or 2.6 grams of your L-arginine, or AAKG. So I'm going to go ahead and put 1 flat teaspoon. I'm going to throw that in there. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and go with the BetaAlanine. And like I said, this is just example. You can increase the dosage, you can lower the dosage, kind of see what works best for you. You know, I've noticed that a lot of the pre-workouts that are like more expensive, they typically have these ingredients with like a high dosage or like a really solid dosage, versus those cheaper ones, they'll have these same ingredients but a much smaller dose. So just find that dose that works right for you. You can play with it, you know, trial and error. So BetaAlanine, okay, it says to use 500 milligrams per serving. So I've seen that most pre-workouts will have anywhere between 800 milligrams to 1 gram to 1.5, 2 grams, 2.5. So I'm going to use 2 grams for today. So 2 grams would equal, so 1/4 of a teaspoon is a little over 1,000 milligrams. So I'm going to use about a half a teaspoon to be close to 2 grams. So I got my little measuring spoons right here. They come in handy. What did I just say? Half a teaspoon? I think I said half a teaspoon. Half a teaspoon of bacon. Okay, there's my half teaspoon right here. Throwing that in there. And like I said, if you can find a company that sells the bulk ingredients that you want to mix and match and create your own stuff, go for it. This bulk supplements, this is just what I found on Amazon, and I find it to be, they have really, really good reviews, and you can get a lot of good stuff for a really small amount of money. Alright, moving on to the creatine hydrochloride. Alright, creatine hydrochloride is supposed to say, it says 750 milligrams per serving. I've seen that 1.5 grams is a typical dose for creatine hydrochloride. So that means we're going to use about a half a teaspoon for the creatine hydrochloride. Just top it off like that. Alright, moving on to the last ingredient is the Lcitrulline. This one is Lcitrulline DL malate, 2-to-1 ratio. So all you really need to know is it's the citrulline. So for citrulline, it says it's recommending 3,000 milligrams per serving, which is about a rounded teaspoon. From what I've researched, they say about 6 grams a day is optimal. So for this serving, I agree 3,000 milligrams sounds about right for a pre-workout. So the only downfall with using all these powders, it can be messy, and if you have a wife or fiance and you don't clean up your tracks, you'll hear it from them. You know, that all that powder that you leave, or the peanut butter that you leave all over the counter or the refrigerator door. So whatever you do, I'm already making a mess here. Just I would, if you live with somebody or close somebody that you love, definitely make sure you clean up the powder because it looks like a mess, I would say. So we've used arginine, beta-alanine, creatine hydrochloride, and if you do want to go with the stimulation, as most pre-workouts do, they have these super tiny caffeine. It's just caffeine, just like all this other stuff. It's just a pure ingredient. It's just that. So just so I could show you, these are extremely tiny little pills. So most fat burners or caffeine pills you buy from the store, they're going to be bigger, but they're going to have all this other additives. Whereas this has nothing. It's just a gelatin capsule with caffeine inside of it, so it's a super small capsule. So I won't be using that today, but if you want, you can do that. Then I'm going to go ahead and talk about... So I've done the math, and like I said, this is just an estimate, but with doing the math and figuring it all out, this right here is 2.6 grams of arginine, it's 2 grams of beta-alanine, 1.5 grams of creatine hydrochloride, and yeah, 13 cents for arginine, 8 cents for beta-alanine, 12 cents for the Lcitrulline, and 6 cents only for the creatine hydrochloride. So your grand total for your pre-workout is going to be 39 cents per serving. So if you're trying to get your supplements and you want to save money, I would suggest giving this a try, because most pre-workouts for 30 servings can be anywhere between $30 to $40. I mean, I know if you go to bodybuilding.com, which I am an advocate of, I have been in the past, I've spent a lot of money at bodybuilding.com, and you'll hear it from your wife for if you're spending too much money there. But anyway, there's really no comparison with this 39 cents versus $1 or $1.50 or $2 if you're spending $1 to $2 or $3 for an energy drink or for your pre-workout. This is going to beat it, and overall you're going to be saving money. So this isn't going to taste that great. It doesn't have any flavor, okay? So if you want your pre-workout to taste good, I would suggest getting your favorite brand or favorite flavor. So today I'm going to use BSN Amino X. This is Blue Raz. It's pretty good. Blue Raz is not my first choice. I usually like lemon lime. That's one of my favorite flavors for BCAAs. So we're going to throw that in there. Just going over one more time. For your pre-workout that you're creating yourself, customizing and mixing matching with yourself. This is just for an example today, but I've used those 4 main ingredients that are found in most pre-workouts. That's going to run you 39 cents, give or take, for one serving. We're throwing in your favorite flavor of BCAAs to make it taste good, and throw it in there. And I think this has sodium bicarbonate, so it's going to be have a little bubble into it. But boom, there you go. There's your pre-workout. Obviously, if you want to add more water to make it last longer or not have such a strong taste, I like to down it fast, but I like to be nice and sweet and have all that goodness, so I don't use a lot of water. So boom, right there. There's your BCAAs plus 39 cents for all the pre-workout ingredients done yourself. Let me know what you guys think. If you have another type of combination that works really well, you can also use taurine, and then they have acetyl-L-carnitine, they have CLA, buying these pure ingredients. But for me, I want to keep it as simple and cheap as possible. These ingredients seem to work really, really well together. But give it a shot. See what works for you. Increase the dosage. I would stick to the recommended dose or the doses that I discussed. But like I said, you don't want to go too high or too low, but find what works for you. Give it a try, mix and match. Check me out on Instagram. No, but you really should check me out on Instagram. I still have not a lot of followers, but that's not important. That's not what I really care about. What I care about is kind of, I've been known at work and with my friends and family. I do really smart stuff. I keep it smart. I don't work necessarily harder. I work smarter. So this is an educational video. This is to show you that you can take supplements and not hear it from your wife that you're spending too much money, because this is not that much. I have several hundred servings, and this is going to last me a while, and I didn't spend that much money, and I have these pure ingredients. But you still should check me out on Instagram. My name is Yogamuscle. You could subscribe or not, but I don't talk just about working out and stuff. I do other stuff as well, so it's not just me working out and pictures of my body and stuff. Well, it actually is a lot of my shirt off and me flexing and stuff like that. But I would like to have more educational videos, so if you get a chance, check me out on Instagram. My name is Yogamuscle. Since I made this, I might as well drink it. That's pretty good. I'm ready to go to the gym now.